It's time to apply for your visa. And before you get to this stage, of course, you have been able to learn and master the in-demand digital skills. You've been able to start working for foreign clients as a freelancer, and you've been able to start saving up from the dollars that you're making, even from Nigeria or wherever you are, Ghana, Kenya. That's a good one. So now, after then, you've now decided on the travel route that you want to go with. Are you going as a student, or you've been able to land a sponsorship job on your own with the materials I dropped for you on how to actually research sponsorship jobs for foreigners from overseas? Yes. So now you've applied for your student admission, or you've gotten a job, or you want to go for visit or tourist, or you want to go for business, or you want to go for vacation with your family. Now it is time to apply for your visas yourself. But before I show you how to actually navigate this visa website, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever looked at a visa website and thought to yourself, what is all this? All those forms and instructions, like here and there, it feels like they are speaking another language, right? But let me tell you guys something today. You can do it yourself. Yes, you can. If you can read and understand simple English, then navigating a visa website for any country is not out of your league at all. So let's talk about that. First thing first, I know the website can look scary to some people at first, but then you open the page and it's just tap everywhere. Like, you have to apply here, upload this, download this form, or more. It can be overwhelming, but don't worry. These sites actually are made for regular people like you and I, and you don't need to be a tech guru or a grammar professor. All you need is a focus, the time, the patience, and some willingness to follow the instruction, knowing that you are after securing your visa and moving to your dream country, or visiting your dream country for vacation. And this is where a lot of agents comes in. They leverage on the fact that a lot of Nigerians or Africans are always forming busy, or they are forming lazy, or laziness. They are forming being lazy, and that's why a lot of people are scamming. You can imagine a visa that you have to just pay, let's say $50 to the embassy. You are paying an agent 2 million naira to do the same visa for you, and if the visa doesn't come through, you have lost 2 million naira. But if it doesn't come through on your side, you only lost $50. What's the difference? Or sometimes the agent can actually use forged documents or fake documents behind you, and it gets you denied or refusal, or it gets you banned for 10 years and your name enters the blacklist. You would not want this to happen. So the better you understand all of these things that is at risk. If you cannot do it by yourself, the earlier the better. So now let me put it this way. If you have ever filled out a job application form online before, even, or you've even passed through school and you've had the opportunity of filling one form or the other, then, or you even opened your Facebook account, Instagram account, TikTok account, LinkedIn account, whatever account, you have actually filled the form at some point in your life, then you're good to go with the same energy. Stop lazing around. So let's say, for example, now you want to apply for visas. Now, I'll be giving you guys some websites that you can actually apply for visa, but there are two major websites that house different countries' visa application. We'll be talking about the vfsglobal.com and TLS Contact. Now, then we have a separate website which is like BLS Spain for Spain, and we have some individual countries website like Kenya, Tanzania, we have for Vietnam, we have for Morocco. Maybe you want to go for vacation to build your travel history, because building travel history with smaller countries matters a lot also, because it will help you stand better chance when you want to apply to top countries like USA that prioritize people that have travel experience or travel history. So now let's look into the first one here. So the first website is TLS Contact. So what you need to do is to go on Google and type TLS Contact login, as you can see it on my screen. So you click on it. Once you click on it, let's go right into, okay, so this is the website. As you can see, it says we make international travel safe and easy for both government and citizens. So you can always take your time, like I tell people to take their time to read through the entire page, so that you can actually be able to learn a lot of things about them. And as you can see here, they said they are present in 91 countries worldwide. Yes, and they have about 340 visa application centers. Then they have millions of visa applications that they've done. So you can just take your time to read more about them, go down and read more about them. So after doing that, then if you want to apply for visa, let's say you want to apply for UK visa, for example, because it is not all the country direct visa application website that you find under this TLS contact. So I'll be showing you some of the countries that you can actually find. So the first one is click here. So after clicking here, it says start your visa journey. So now I am a resident of where? Where are you from? Of course, I'm from Nigeria. Click Nigeria. Now, where are you going to? Okay, look at what they said. They said if you're applying for a visa to one of our client country, you might have questions about the different steps to complete and about TLX contact role. Below will take you step by step through the process. So the first step is what? Start your journey online, which is what we want to do now. The second one is to make an appointment at the TLX contact. The third step is to submit your documents and your passport. The fourth step is to pay fee where applicable. Then the fifth one is the passport return. Once the decision has been made on your passport and it's time to return your passport with your visa stamped in it. Then the seventh one or the sixth one is track your application online. You can always track it. Then application submitted to government visa services, depending on the country though. So now I am a resident of Nigeria and I'm going to, now let's use this, I'm going to check the available countries visa that are available on this website. They have United Kingdom. So you want to apply for United Kingdom visa, Australia visa, France visa, Belgium, and Italy. You can find them on this website. So TLS contacts can only allow you to apply for UK visa, Australia visa, France visa, Belgium visa, and France visa. So let's say you want to apply for United Kingdom visa. All you need to do is to click on United Kingdom, then click on go. Click on this part that says go. As you can see, we've done this part, So now this is it. So it's asking you here that which of the centers do you want? So what you need to do is to click on this arrow. So for those in Nigeria, because I picked Nigeria, UK embassy is available in Abuja, Enugu, Lagos, Ikeja, Lagos, Victoria Island, and Port Harcourt. So now let's say we want to choose Abuja. So just click on this part. So after clicking on that part, then you now click on the option to submit. So once you click on the option to submit, there's an important information. You can see the important information here. You can see it. That's why it's always good to do these things yourself. Our center will close by December 17, 2024, and the UK visa application processing service will transfer to VFX Global. I told you about VFX Global. It's another umbrella that houses different visa application website too. So now please refer to the direct emails that you receive from our centers. So that's another thing to take note of for those of you that wants to apply now, like at the time this information is still going to be valid. So now you take your time to come down, you read every information, center information, transfer of UK visa application processing, then added value services, application process, then help, of course, and so many other things there. So let's go with application process. So you click on this part. I'm taking it slowly, just teaching you guys how to navigate actually. So the same thing you're going to do for France, Australia, and the other countries that you find under this website. Yes, so just take it straight down. You can see one thing I love about these people is the fact that you can actually not make mistake when you're applying for your visa if you're the type that has the patience and the willingness to focus. That is why sometimes it's better you do it yourself so that you can be able to rule out some informations. You can be able to know whether you are eligible or not, so that no agent would scam you or push. Several agents have already scammed people to the point of pushing them to the level where they get their visa denied. They know within themselves, those agents, that this client is not 100% or at least 90% eligible for what they're applying, but they would rather because of the money they want to get from you, push you to that point of getting denied. And once your visa comes out denied, you cannot arrest them, you cannot catch them, because it's obvious that they actually tried their best for you, but you would not know. And that is why you need to take it upon yourself to learn how to do your visas yourself. If you're doing it yourself and you get to the level where you are not qualified, or you are not eligible, or you don't have the document they're asking for, you will back out and look for another country that you feel you are eligible for. So now these people created a video to actually show you how to do it step by step. And as you can see, they also gave you the step by step, that the first step to start applying for UK visa, any kind of UK visa, is actually to register on the gov.uk website, which the link has been provided for you. As you can see the link here, everything is here for you. So now the second step is to choose from our optional service and book an appointment. Then the third one is to attend your appointment at the TLS contact. Then the fourth one is passport collection, which is the end. So to apply for UK visa, you just need to follow these these four steps. So now, before I continue, I need you to understand something, that you need to understand the different types of visa by method. We have what we call visa by method. We have visa free access, that's VFA. We have visa on arrival. You must have had visa on arrival. We have e-visa. We have visa available both on arrival or online. Then we have visa required. So that means you must have heard people saying there are some countries that you can apply to that you don't need a visa, but then just travel, book your flight. When you get there, they will stamp you in for vacation. We're talking about countries like Mauritius, Maldives, Seychelles, and the likes. But then again, there are some countries like UK, you actually need a visa sticker on your passport. You need a visa stamp sticker on your passport. Like India, you need to visit their embassy. There are some countries like Kenya, Tanzania, you don't even need to go to their embassy, but then you cannot just apply for the visa online. Those are the types that are called e-visa. So it's good you familiarize yourself with all of these visa. You will get to know about them when you dive deeper into the website. So let's proceed to this. So the first thing we want to do now is to click on this. So after clicking on this link, it's going to now take us to the official website of the country. I always tell people, if you're applying for a visa, never you apply outside the official government website of that country. For example, you want to apply for Canada visa, make sure anywhere you're going to come under either VFX Global or TLS Global. I'm just giving you an example. It lands you to the official government of the Canada website themselves. So what you have to do now is to just take your time to go down. As you can see, the step-by-step has been written here. So if you can read simple English and understand, you can do this. How to apply for a visa to come to the UK. The first one says choose a visa. The second one, prepare your application. The third one, prove your identity. The fourth one, getting a decision on your application. And let me tell you something, when it comes to visa application, you need to understand the 5 basic mandatory visa documentation that you can never skip. The first one under the visa documentation is the travel documentation. The second one is financial documentation. The third one is employment documentation. The fourth one is personal documentation. Now, the fifth one is supporting documents. So I will be breaking it down to you as time goes on. That is where you hear agent telling you to submit your passport, submit your ID card, submit your photo, submit your proof of fund, your bank statement fully stamped by the bank, submitting your employment letter, your leave letter, your job offer letter, your salary payslip. That's for employment. Submitting your personal document like maybe your credentials, your educational qualifications, your CV, your statement of purpose letter writing, your purpose of letter, the reason why you want to visit the country. Then supporting documents can be home ties like the lands, the business you're doing in Nigeria, proof of the business, proof of your cars, proof of your housing, stuff that shows that you definitely return back to the country, or depending on the specific supporting document that the embassy asked of you. So now the first one under the UK says choose a visa. You may need a visa to come to the UK to study, work, visit, or join a family. So there are different visas depending on where you come from, where you want to come, why you want to come to the UK, how long you want to stay, your personal circumstances and skills. So before you apply, you must check if you need a visa and what type you need. Depending on your nationality, you might not need a visa to visit or transit through the UK, depending on where you're coming from. But if you're in Nigeria, you need a visa, irrespective of what you're going there to do. Your application must be approved before you travel. You do not need to apply for a visa if you're an Irish citizen. So if you want to visit the UK, apply for a standard visa. As you can see, before you apply, you must check if you need a visa. Though Nigeria needs a visa, but it's always better to take your time to navigate through everything step by step. As you can see, everything step by step. Read everything you need to know. Start now. You may need a visa to come to the UK to visit, study, or work. So start now. I'm just going to brush you guys through how to navigate this, because I believe everyone who is going to come across this ebook is a learned person, someone who can read, understand, and speak and write English. So that's it. So what is your nationality as shown on your passport? Of course, you can see that there are different nationalities here. So let's say our nationality is Nigeria. Nigeria, continue. So what are you coming to the UK to do? For tourism or visiting families and friends, to work, academic visit, let's say you want to study, of course, transit on your way to somewhere else, so you want to stop by at the UK, join partner or family for a long-term stay, get married or enter into a civil right. So you take your time to know what exactly you want to go there to do. So let's say we're going for tourism. I'm going to click tourism. So continue. We'll click on continue. Then what if you need a UK visa? Will you be traveling with or visiting either your partner or a family member in the UK? Well, I'm going for tourism, so I'm going to go for the option no. So what I have to do now is to click continue. So now information based on your answer. Now you will need a visa. Did you see? To come to the UK. So though I know I'm going to need a visa, but I just wanted you guys to see how you can actually run a check on your own based on your country. So now you can see that they are suggesting that I'm going to need a standard visitor visa. As you can see, sorry. So let's continue. So now this is it. Now, visit the UK as a standard visitor visa. I didn't actually answered, I'll be studying or I'll be coming for this, I'll be coming for that. It's going to bring another answer for me. But because I chose tourism, so it's brought out standard visitor visa. So now you have to take your time to read through. You can visit the UK as a standard visitor for tourism, business, study, courses up to 6 months, and other are permitted under. But actually, if you're going to UK with tourist visa, you cannot work. I know a lot of people that are stranded in the UK because they went with a tourist visa and a wrong mindset. I even know a lady, I added it to your e-guide, Mary. She was actually scammed of her hard-earned savings of 8.5 million naira because she applied for a COS visa according to her, and the agent gave her tourist visa, lying to her that when she gets there, there will be someone that will convert it for her, stuff like that. And she got there till today. She's still living illegal in the UK because her visa has expired for a very long time. 6-month visa is now over 2 years visa, and she's just there. I said visa, she's just there, stranded, and she has been working under the table job because you cannot even work there. If you're caught, you'll be deported. So if she must work there to survive, and for her not to be put to shame, because according to them, they'll tell you, I don't want to be embarrassed, I don't want to be put to shame, that's why I cannot return back to Nigeria. So she rather stays here till they deport her, according to her. And she has been working in restaurants, working as sales reps in different shops that promised to pay her in cash. And at the end of the day, some of them don't pay her because they know she cannot report them to the government because she's illegal. So you can imagine the kind of embarrassment she's going through. So that's why I said you need to plan. Relocation is not just something you desperately jump into. You must plan yourself. If you must relocate next year, 2025, start planning it now. I'll give yourself 6 months. 6 months is not too bad. Take your time to save. A lot of people are earning in foreign currencies. People like myself and other people are in Nigeria. In fact, some people don't even want to travel. They just want to go for vacations and come back to Nigeria and continue making the dollar that they are making in Nigeria, that does not even have any stress of tax or anything. You can imagine someone in the UK that is earning about 1,800 pounds or 2,000 pounds or 2,500 pounds after running about 3 shifts altogether just to accumulate that. At the end of the day, you end up paying for house rent, paying for transportation, paying for water bill, paying for light bill, paying for gas bill, paying for parking space, paying for this, paying for that, and you're left with almost nothing to save, and it continues like that. So you see the reason why getting a freelance job or getting into the freelance industry by learning an in-demand digital skill is important, because it will help you position yourself even before you leave the country to start earning even for foreign clients. You can imagine I am talking to you right now. I'm working for 2 clients. One is paying me $8 per hour and I'm working 20 hours for her. The other one is paying me $10 per hour. You can imagine how much that one is. Those are the same amount of money people over there are even earning on many jobs. So many reasons. So even though you want to travel, be strategic about it. So this standard visitor visa is strictly for vacation, for pleasure, for tourism purpose, not to go and work. So if you must even apply for this, you must know you have everything in plan, so you don't end up being stranded. So you can see what you need to do. Check what you plan to do in the UK is allowed as a standard visitor. Check you meet the eligibility requirement. Check if you need to apply for a visa to visit the UK. Apply for a standard visitor visa online if you need one. Now, what you can and cannot do. Permitted activities. You can visit the UK as a standard visitor for tourism, for example, on a holiday or vacation, to see the family, to volunteer for up to 30 days with a registered charity. Did you see? So one thing I love about all this official government of the country's website is the fact that they're going to tell you everything you need to know. So no agent can lie to you or tell you otherwise. So if you can read, like I said, and write and understand simple English, you must actually know how to apply for your visa. And as you can see, if you have to apply for a standard visitor visa, you must apply for a standard visitor visa online before you travel to the UK. A standard visitor visa costs £115 for up to 6 months. Did you see? You're just going to pay £115 for 6 month visa. Now, if you go and ask your agent how much is UK tourist visa, and come and tell me what the agent will tell you. The agent will tell you it's 2 million, it's 3 million, it's 4 million, it's 1.5 million naira. And look at how much the embassy themselves are charging you. So this is how much you're going to pay to the embassy. If you try your best to apply for the visa and the visa gets denied, maybe due to your documents not complete, you're only going to be losing £115 to the embassy, because it's not refundable. But if you're using an agent and you still get denied, or the agent scammed you, you're losing 2 million, 3 million naira. So choose the one that is better. So if you visit the UK regularly, you can also choose to apply for a long-term standard visitor visa. So I believe you all have a better understanding of how to go about applying for your visas. So now this is for let's go back. So this is for the UK. This is for the UK. So if you're actually applying for study, you click on study. You click on study. If you're applying for UK study, you click on study. If you're applying to join your dependents, you click on join partner or family for a long stay. So it depends on which one you want to choose. So I had to go back so I can show you how to apply. How long are you planning to study in the UK? So every courses in the UK, like that most Nigerians go for, BSc, Masters, PhD, are always more than 1 year. So you choose 6 months, then you click on continue. Okay. Okay, now, so information based. The first one we chose was the tourist visa, and they told us that what we needed for tourist visa is standard visitor visa. So now this one we chose it based on education. So look at the answer. Information based on your answer. You will need a visa to study in the UK. The visa you apply for depends on the circumstance. So if you're studying on an English language course for up to 11 months, apply for short-term study visa. If you're coming to study on a further or higher education course, apply for student visa. Or if you are aged 4 to 17 and are coming to study at an independent school, apply for child student visa. So now the second one is what we'll be going for, normal student visa. Okay, so now these are the steps you need. So now overview, you can apply for a student visa to apply to study in the UK if you are 16 years or over and you have been offered a place on a course by licensed student sponsor. You have enough money to support yourself and family, to support yourself and pay for your course. The amount will vary depending on your circumstance. Yes, so you can speak, read, write, and understand English. You have consent from your parents if you are under 16 or 17. That means you need evidence of this when you apply, like a consent letter from your parents. So now, if you're 16 or 17 and you want to study at an independent school in the UK, you may be eligible for a student or a child student visa. So now, this visa has replaced the Tier 4 general student visa. When to apply? When you can apply depends on whether you are applying from inside or outside the UK. Apply from outside the UK. The earliest you can apply for visa is 6 months before you start your course. So you can start applying for your visa 6 months ahead once you've gotten your admission. So I believe if you're watching this video, I've showed you how you can actually search for schools online and reach out to them. It's the same thing. If you can read, understand, and write simple English, you can navigate all of these websites yourself, because I can't make all the processing from the beginning to the end. I can't do that right now, except if it's a one-on-one coaching where I get to sit you down, teach you how to go about it with your own details. Yes, like your email and like. So I have a lot of emails open already. I cannot start applying one by one blindly without having a focus, or we are not applying for anything right now. So I'm just showing you how to navigate through all those websites yourself. That just follow the step and read it one by one. Now, applying from inside the UK, for those people who are inside the UK already, they can also apply for visa, maybe extension or whatsoever. Now, how long you can stay, you can see everything is here. Extend your visa, switch to a student visa, switch to a graduate visa, everything. For those who are living in the UK and they are done with their studies, they want to apply for the post-study visa, they also come here to apply for everything. Now look at the visa fee. It costs £490 to apply for a student visa from outside the UK. If you ask your agent how much he or she is going to do UK study visa for you, they'll tell you 5 million, 6 million, 8 million, 4 million, 2 million, whatever million, 1 million, 1.5, 2.5, thereabout, and you're only going to be paying 490 to the UK embassy. So I believe by now you have a better understanding of what exactly you're getting into. So just take your time to read it one by one. If you cannot read, you are lazy, you're always doing lazing around, then you should better be ready to get scammed by agents. So let's go back. I'm trying to go back. Let me just pick one more country and show you how to navigate through. Everything is all about you knowing how to read simple English, understand. So that's just it. If you cannot read simple English and understand simple English, then there's a problem. So now, this is it. Let's go back here. Look at this part now. We are back here now. So I'm going to leave. I'm a resident of Nigeria. I'm going to the United Kingdom. We've done that. So let me check another country. You just click on this arrow. You click on this arrow here to show you other countries. This is Australia, this is France, this is Belgium. If you want to go to Schengen, you can actually come here. For those that wants to go to Luxembourg, you can book your visa or apply for your visa through Belgium, because Luxembourg doesn't have a physical presence or embassy in Nigeria and they don't do online application. So you can always do that here on Belgium. If you want to go to San Marino, it's actually the oldest historical country in Europe that borders Italy. So if you want to go to such country, you can also apply through Italy. So now let's check, which one should we check? France. Okay, let's check France. So this is it. It will take us to France official website for visa. Okay, so welcome to the French Visa Application Center in Nigeria, your partner in Nigeria for all your visa applications to France. So select your center. As you can see, this is very simple. You can see select your center. Is Abuja closer to you or is Lagos closer to you? Whichever one that you can visit for anything you want to do, you choose it. So you have to choose between these two. So let's choose Abuja because I love Abuja. So now, sorry, I forgot to make mention of you taking your time to read further. You must book an appointment at the same visa application center you have selected. Did you see? So now I choose Abuja. So I'm going to choose Abuja also for my appointments. So it's going to bring us here. Your visa application process. TLX Contact is welcoming visa applicants to its premises from Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. That's an old news. For application appointment, please show up 15 minutes before your appointment and not before at the entrance to the building. You will not be authorized to enter the building before, nor is it allowed to wait standing in front of the building. You are able to book your appointment online on TLX Contact website depending on the availability online. TLX Contact is the official service provider to submit your application for a visa to France. So now the first step is what? Prepare your supporting documents, complete your France visa form, register on this website, and make an appointment. Now, the second step is to submit your application and provide your biometrics data at the visa application center. So the third one you want to do is to return to the visa application center to collect your passport, or you get our express courier return service that would bring your passport to your house for you. So, how we can help you? Travel insurance on demand. Schengen compliant travel insurance is a mandatory requirement for your visa application. Premium lounge, that's 50,000 naira, upgrade to experience the ultimate inconvenience, comfort, and support for your application. So you could actually read more about that. Prime time appointment. Too busy to come to our center during standard opening hour. They could actually help you on that. So you have to pay extra for the 5,000 naira. Now, the France visa form should be completed before appointment booking for your visa. I have completed my France visa form. I have not completed my France visa form. So now, after reading everything, you can see that there are some information also here. Important notice: change to your appointment reference number, passport number, or other key details cannot be made at the visa application center. So just take your time to read. I repeat, if you can read, write, and understand simple English, and you're patient enough, you have focus, your steeze and composure is 100%, and you know what it takes to apply for your visa yourself, because number one, it will save you a lot of money, it will save you from getting scammed, it will save any agent from putting you into trouble by using forged documents for you that might eventually get you denied or get banned. At the end of the day, you have wasted money. So imagine it was your last saving, your hard-earned money you use in applying for all this visa without you even knowing all these things I just taught you guys in the e-guide. What will you fall back to with the way the economy is right now? So now, the next thing we have to do is to select from here. I have not completed my France visa form. So it's translating. Make sure you have a Google Translator on your phone so that it can help you translate it to English. Okay, so now they've brought us to their website. So let's begin. We're not going to go into details. Like I told you, I'm only showing you guys how to navigate through. You can read, you can write, you can understand, you can do the rest yourself. If you have any question doing this processing yourself, you can always get back to me. There will be a support group link attached to the e-guide at the end of the e-guide. So you can always join the group. For those who got the e-guide, I created a special group for you guys, so I can also guide you and attend to any questions pertaining to you doing it yourself. So now, welcome to France visas. Do you need a visa? You need to know, just like the UK that asked you to check if you need a visa to UK. So the same thing for us. Don't jump. Don't just jump to apply your visa. Don't jump to track your visa application. you need to what? Understand. You need to understand if you need a visa. So coming to France for tourist or private stay or business travel or study or train whatsoever. So now let's come here. Let's start. So to apply for your visa, you just have to click here. Then once you click on it, it will take us to where we have to do the visa application step by step. So application form. Is this your first visa application? Take a few minutes to read all the steps of the visa application before you begin. Before you begin, please have your passport, your original and photocopies of your supporting documents, then 2 photos also. So now, apply for your visa, print your form and receipt, submit your application at most 6 months before your departure, then British, okay, paper form, if you want to use the paper form. So click on the apply for your visa, then you can now log in if you have an existing account. But if you don't have an existing account, you can always create a new account. As you can see, you can create a new account here, so you can actually get started with your application. Just follow the step-by-step instruction on the website. So what you need to do is to create an account if you have an existing one. But if you don't have an existing one, then you can just come here to create a proper account for yourself. So make sure you focus on typing all this captcha very well using capital letter. So that is it for TLS contact visa application. So if you have any question, like I said, you can always join the support group. So the next one is VFS Global. So I'll be having a separate video for that. Find the link on that link for this video.